So the Olympics have come to an end, and more specifically, Olympic basketball has come to a close. Despite starting the tournaments with confidence and the hope of a nation, with a stronger team and a better coach, the Tigers unfortunately crashed out, losing all 3 of their group stage games. Whilst it was an exciting month filled with historic wins over Team USA and Argentina, that excitement and euphoria has quickly worn off, and now it's time for Nigerian and African basketball to look to the future. So first things first, where do the Tigers go from here? Well, firstly, the Nigerian program has to continue to grow. And how do you do that? The easiest way to do that? You've got to stay competitive. These group of players who have just come back from representing the nation have to stay on together for future tournaments. I'm talking FIBA World Cups to Afrobaskets to anything else. One of the big differences between Nigeria and other nations is that they've been playing together for way longer. There's a program and a culture in place, and you can see that with teams like Australia and France who got to the latter stages of the competition. Nigeria have just been thrown together in the last month or so. So if those group of core players can stay intact and stay together, it only benefits well to the future. It builds a culture, it builds consistency, it builds familiarity that will serve well in future tournaments. A competitive program will entice other players to join. From those 12 players aside, there are so many more available Nigerians around the world in the NBA, in college. And if you show them that we have a competitive program, it can entice others to join, only making the team stronger. On that note, Mike Brown has to stay on. From the limited time he's been there, he's recruited well, he's earned the trust of the players, and he's instilled a system that the players can become familiar with over time. Chopping and changing coaches isn't going to do anything, because it's going to change up a style, it's going to change up the culture, but keeping that consistent coach year in, year out will again help the program grow. The Nigerian Basketball Federation have to continue supporting the team. That means supporting the players, supporting the coach, giving them the best facilities, the best treatment, the best travel as possible. Whether you think it or not, these things go a long way into players deciding whether to commit for a particular program and a particular country. And if we can show them that the Nigerian Federation is fully behind them, it only bodes well for the future. The potential of Nigerian basketball is clearly there. It's been there for a long time. But now is the right time to put everything together. I mean, think about it. If Nigeria had had a competitive program from 5 or 10 years ago, who knows, maybe Giannis would be playing for us, maybe Bam, maybe Oladipo. I'm just saying, you never know. But put the program in place and let the players decide. The last few years have shown that African basketball can produce talent in this game. I mean, let's take Cameroon for example. They've got a top 10 player in Joe Embiid, one of the best big men in the game, and Pascal Siakam, an NBA champion and one of the best two-way players in the NBA today. If we can somehow get them playing more regularly for Cameroon, imagine what that would do to the program. Imagine the confidence, imagine where they could get to. They may not win in the Olympics, but they could probably get to it and make damage, because realistically, how many people can stop Joe Embiid? I don't know what Cameroon's program is like per se, but they got to find a way to entice them 2 players to play for the national team and bring other players along and recruit other players from around the world. And you never know just how strong Cameroon can be. Just imagine Afrobasket Nigeria-Cameroon, Joe Embiid versus Precious Achiuwa, or Jahlil Okafor, or Gabe Vincent versus Pascal Siakam. I mean, that only benefits African basketball, so let's make it happen. The next Olympic Games are in Paris 2024, a mere 3 years away. We can hope Africa has more than one team competing, and competing competitively, and maybe, just maybe, we can get a team on the podium. This is Afro Athletes, see you on the next vid.